It's a kind of magic.
I've been told that our next guest is one of the best illusionists in the world. Please welcome Hans Klok.
Hans Klok uit Eemuiden.
Herzlich willkommen. Hans Klok.
Hans Klok. Hans Klok.
Wat leuk dat je bij me bent, Hans Klok. De wereld zou een voorbeeld aan het circus moeten nemen. Want het kan allemaal met elkaar leven. Het kan allemaal naast elkaar leven. Als we elkaar zouden respecteren. En hier heb je gewoon de Oekraïners die staan naast de Russen. En dat gaat allemaal heel goed. Er wordt natuurlijk een beeld geschept door de media. Van dat willen we laten zien.
Dit is gewoon één groot circus.
Ja, dat is echt één groot circus, ja.
Ja.
We staan in de fik. Het gaat heel slecht. Het gaat echt heel slecht.
Dat er dus ook echt zwarte magie bestaat.
Ja, dat bestaat ook echt. Maar daar moet je altijd heel ver weg van blijven. Dan was mijn vader net overleden, 2 weken. Ik denk, nou, dat kan niet. Dat heb ik
en dat
gedroomd.
voelde echt als dat.
Echt een hand. Zo, dat je het echt zo dat voelt. Ik denk, nou, dat kan niet. En ik doe mijn ogen dicht. En ik voel het nog een keer. Toen dacht ik, ja, dat vond ik wel heel bizar. Nathalie Hoop, waarmee ik 21 jaar heb opgetreden. Een jonge moeder die op haar 44ste sterft. Ik denk, nou, ze heet Hoop, dus zij is dan die 1 uit 10 miljoen die het wel overleeft. Zij is ook altijd bij ons gewoon, weet je. Ik geloof altijd wel dat ik van boven een beetje hulp krijg. Want dat zwaard had ook door mijn nek gekund en dan had ik hier niet meer gezeten. Ik denk, staat er nou iemand? Nee, tuurlijk staat er helemaal niemand, weet je. Maar dat je dat toch voelt. Ken je dat?
Ja. Wat zou je tegen je 20-jarige Hans Klok hebben gezegd?
Thank you so much for tuning into this special series of Vibestalk. My name is Mirjam Leslie Pringle, and for this very first episode, I went all the way down to Australia to have a live interview with Darius J, Wright. Darius is a guy who's been having out-of-body experiences his whole life. And when he was just 16 years old, he was taken out of the construct, as he calls it, by a being called Celeste. She showed him how the world truly works, why we are here, and what our soul journey is all about. It has been a very special experience to meet Darius, and I really hope you will enjoy the interview as much as I did. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me. I know that you're not doing a lot of face-to-face interviews, so I'm really very honored that I'm here all the way into Australia.
Yeah.
And also thanks to your amazing team for setting it up so nicely, everything. So thanks.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you coming. I don't do this often, as you know.
I think, it would be nice to start at the beginning for our audience in Holland and also in the rest of Europe. They might not know your story that well. Could you please tell us how you started to notice that having out-of-body experiences as a child wasn't like normal because you had them all your life, right?
So when you have out-of-body experiences when you're that young, you tend to go to, this is something evil or scary, and you shut it down. So that's what I've done my entire life. And sleep paralysis, not realizing that that's the gateway to access what people call the other side. And when I got rid of the fear around this through years and years of just constantly going through fear and then just saying I've had enough, then that's when I broke through to do this controlled, learning how to do a control and access what pretty much everybody's wanting answers to. What is the afterlife? What happens when you die? Do we die? And we don't.
No.
And yeah.
But how did you learn? Because you didn't have like a teacher to, tell you what to do. I mean, I know that you're teaching people now how to do it, controlled. But at a young age, you had to figure it out all by yourself. How was the process?
The process was natural. Okay, so as a kid, the process was natural. So I wasn't learning, it was just happening. But I was suppressing those abilities. And the thing is, you probably have abilities that you suppress that you don't even know about and other people listening. But it's because there's fear attached to that. Yeah. They never allow themselves to break past it because past fear is access to all things that you're seeking, pretty much. Now, back in Morocco, 2014 we're going into, is when I learned how to really start to learn how to do them controlled. For 2014 up to 17, like when I started to access this of lowering my heart rate controlled, entering sleep paralysis controlled. No one taught me how to do it. I've just followed my intuition of what was happening naturally and learning how to control the natural things and then put it into a step-by-step thing that I could do for myself.
I didn't mention actually, and we didn't talk about the sleep paralysis, because this is the state that you always need to get like an out of body experience.
So yes, but not yes and no. Yes, in terms of if you do a protocol where you're just going from where you are now, and then you shut it down. Yes, sleep paralysis is the best way to do it, because the moment you hit sleep paralysis, it's so easy to exit the body, because you are 100% already fully conscious and aware. You have your full awareness there. You're just scared because you can't move. You think you're dying. And from that point, if you just remain calm, you'll just start to do certain things. You'll start to just come right out of the body. So that's a state that I always try to teach people to get to consciously, because once you're there consciously, you have no fear. It's almost 90% you are out of your body. If you don't panic.
If you don't panic. Because sleep paralysis can be scary too.
Yeah.
It feels like dying, you said.
Yeah, all those things. You feel like you're not breathing. Something may be wrong. Something staring at me in the room, or all fear-based things.
Yeah.
But it's almost 90%. If you just stay calm, you will start to exit.
And is this something that you had naturally, the sleep paralysis?
Yeah.
This was always your
always
doorway.
Natural. Yeah.
My son has it. He's 24 now, but he's been having it for a long time, and it scares him. Actually, this was one of the reasons that I really dove into your information.
Tell him if when he watches this too.
Yeah.
When he has a sleep paralysis, don't fear anything. Nothing could ever touch his soul.
Yeah.
Not one thing will be able to touch him unless he believes it. If he believes it, then you're going to have all these things, fear-based things, his thought projections in his space. Yeah. But not one thing could ever touch him. He is the ultimate force in all creation. And he has the ultimate authority, just like every other soul.
Yes.
He realizes that he leaves his body. He's going to see that just like many other people have.
It's so easy. It sounds so easy if you say it like that.
Or that, and many near-death experiencers too.
Yeah.
It is that easy to do.
Yeah.
It's a simple thing to do in terms of the steps to do it. The hard thing is the inspiration and dedication to do it. Yeah. If people were inspired enough to put effort into this, like they're motivated enough to watch football games, they'll be doing it.
Yeah.
Or to get better at a sport, they would achieve it.
Yes.
Because it takes focus. That's all it is. Yeah. And it may sound weird. No, it's how could something so life-changing be so simple? Well, that's majority of all truth are so simple too.
Yeah, but you have to go through the fear, or at least you have to skip the fear. And I think this is a big thing. Like you said, I mean, everything is fear-based. And as long as you're scared and you don't want to go through it, I mean, it will never happen.
Nope. No, you always cut yourself off. Yeah. You always cut yourself off. But then as soon as I showed people how to do it, then it's one after the other is all having these experiences. And so that showed me, okay, well, all the questions that people want, they don't have to go have a near-death experience and die. They can access it now through controlled states. Yeah. And when you have those controlled states and you access this stuff, then you could say you finally taste life again. Yeah. Because everybody now, on realizing it, they're empty vessels, dead vessels inside, searching for life, searching for love. And that's the main question. It doesn't matter what other questions are. The main question is home. They desire to feel home again, and it's there. And once you leave and you access that space, then you bring life back into you fully.
So you won't forget. If you have that experience, you can bring it back into your body, into your conscious in this
remember all of it,
reality, and you will remember everything.
Yeah. So much so, because the moment you come out of the body, it's not what people think of like a dream or an astral projection where you lose your sense of consciousness. When you step out, you are 100% conscious. Yeah. It's like you sitting right here. Yeah. When I'm out of the body, I could see people as if I'm seeing you, fully conscious, fully aware, and know exactly what's going on. And so it it is a near-death controlled. That's pretty much what you're doing.
Just for me to understand the difference between a near-death experience and an out-of-body, because I've studied it. I've read a lot about near-death experiences as well, and what I know is that very often people go through a certain process when they having a near-death experience. They see the light at the end of a tunnel sometimes. They see loved ones who are there to pick them up. And they're often still attached with like a silver cord. I don't know if this is familiar to you. That keep them connected with the body until it's cut off, and then there's that point of no return you've been talking about. But I don't hear you talk about this. How is this different? So
it's the same thing in this way. So do you see the white light? Yes, people see that in out-of-body states. And that's where you go to, it's called the transitional space.
Okay.
So a lot of people go there in a transitional period.
Yeah.
Some people don't. It's just a straight shot right to the life review.
Okay.
And I've had a life review too. And that's the reason why I'm doing this.
Can you explain a little bit how that works?
Yeah. So it was doing this controlled, still having a lot of fear. And my Uncle Bob passed away. And I said, okay, I'm clearly coming out of my body. I have control. I want to access you and ask you questions. But because of all my fear at the time, I was blocking myself off from accessing him, or for him to even come to me, because I was creating a prison for myself.
Yeah.
Pretty much, like walls. And when he came to me, finally, is when I got rid of the fear. I got to a point where I was like, okay, kill my soul. I don't care. Okay. I don't care anymore. Like I'm fearing death, even though I'm out of my body. How ironic is that?
Where you can't die.
Yeah, where you can't die.
Yeah.
But I'm fearing that something could still kill my soul.
Okay.
And because of that, I was unable to access a lot of things. And I said, you know what? Just take my soul, kill it.
Yeah.
Don't care anymore. I'm tired of this fear. And then as soon as that happened, all things disappeared. Everything that I thought could ever touch me disappeared. Jeez. And at that moment, I realized that nothing could touch or entrap your soul unless you believe it to be so. Yeah. I realized the ultimate authority and commanding that we all have, that we forget that we have, because we're born into subservience here, taught to obey rules, not realizing that our divinity doesn't obey rules. It just does things based off our will. Mm. And when that was there, my Uncle Bob finally came to me and I said, so what's the point of all of this? I'm coming out of my body. I'm accessing records. I'm seeing information from the other side. What could I do with this? And he said, do what's considered the great work. And he said, the great work is waking people up to the other side, because once they wake up to that, they wake up to everything. And from there on, I said, I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, well, how do I do that? I preach about it, or I could show people how to do it themselves.
Yeah.
And ever since, I've been teaching people how to do it themselves. And everybody has been seeing the exact same thing. It wasn't only that in the life review too, to go to the life review, he was showing me things. He was showing me things that I withheld love. Places where I withheld love. And he wasn't
in your life that you had experienced
in this life.
Yeah.
In this life. And it wasn't like I was, he wasn't judging me. He wasn't like, look at this, you've done these things. No. And so therefore I'm going to judge. He didn't judge me at all. He said, just let me show you this, show you that. And it was all the little things where I could have showed love to somebody that was shown to me.
But where you didn't.
Yeah. Okay. Where I didn't show love to somebody.
Yeah.
That was shown to me where I didn't show love to somebody. Yeah. Just those little, not the big ones, just the little ones. You could have did this. You could have did this. Yeah. And that you may think that something so little would be, oh, okay, yeah, cool, I'll show more love. But that actually brought me to my knees. And then I realized the greatest pain that you will experience is the love that you withhold here. And to exist outside of love here and there is the greatest pain, period. There's no comparison once you cross over, if you withhold love. Because to exist outside of love is to exist in fear, hate, judgment of self, judgment of all things. That's just outside of love.
Yes. In
hell, even hell itself exists outside of love, but it's your own hell.
Yeah.
And when I was showing that, I was like, okay, well then I've changed everything in my trajectory of how I do things with people, how I walk, to make sure that everything that I do from the point of my permanent crossing, that everything is done in love. Because in love, I hold no pain. I hold no regret. I hold no fear. I hold no judgment, nothing.
But how can you do that? For example, I mean, I have kids.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody would like really seriously hurt my child, you know, how can you not judge that? It's hard.
Yeah. Now, you could protect your children.
Yeah.
Now, what would happen if your very child hurt somebody else? You would still love your child.
Yeah.
So love everybody else like your like your children, pretty much. That's how you have to do it. Because
but also when terrible stuff happens, you still.
Even when terrible things happens, because you have a kid. So let's just say your kid right now decided to murder somebody. Let's just go to the extreme.
Yeah.
Would you still love him or her?
Yeah, I wouldn't like it though.
You wouldn't like it, but you would still love them. And this is the thing. It's not necessarily what I'm saying is a place where accept those things to be done, because if you're in the position, you would protect that from not being done, or put yourself in a position where you could stop it or prevent it. But to hold true unconditional love here, you have to view everybody as your children.
Okay.
From a mother, that's the only way that I could try to show somebody the love on the other side. And even a mother or a father doesn't have the love that I'm talking about, even with the kid example, because even when you're there, the love is far greater than that, because once you're there, you're not judged for anything that you do.
No.
And you will be loved the same no matter what.
Is it true that it's all about experience and that there is no good or bad?
There is bad in terms of, yes, if you do things out of love, it's going to be painful. You will be the ultimate judger of yourself.
Okay.
And that's the hell. Everything outside of love is the greatest pain you'll experience.
Okay.
But at the same time, everything does boil down to an experience of some fashion, because even the controlling nature of do not do this or else is not unconditional love.
No.
So then people need to learn from their mistakes sometimes. And you can mitigate those mistakes by teaching people just stay in love at all times. Do all things in love, because once you do all things in love, there's no mistakes that you could ever make.
I've heard that before, so I'm trying to figure out if there is because I know that we live in polarity. We live in a world where everything is judged. Actually,
there's no such thing as a good or bad thing. It's just experience.
Yeah,
it's an experience that gives you a certain perceptual wisdom that would have never been birthed unless it was experienced.
Yeah,
you could even follow that through too, and say, in order to really understand love, unconditional love, loving everything, everyone unconditionally, you could also say you would have to experience the unlovable things, the contrast, in a sense, to have the greatest version of that. And this is you could say the highest currency on the other side. There's no money, but that's the highest currency. The highest value is love. That is the highest force, the highest power in all creation. And the higher that soul has love, the brighter that soul is. You could say the angel, the light. So,
is it true that just talking about reincarnation for a second, because I've heard you say this is the last time around for you. So you have been here before, but only once, right? Before this life.
Yeah.
I'm a reincarnation therapist, and I've been talking to a lot of people going back to past lives, or however you want to describe it, but to keep it simple, back to past lives. But do we all come back, or can we also choose not to come back, or does it end somewhere? Is it like a cycle that we have to go through, or can you elaborate on that a little bit?
So people that leave this place, you don't have to come back here.
Okay.
So you're never forced back here, ever. There's never a forcing process like you need to return or you need to learn a lesson. So now you come back. It's always a choice, because when you leave this place, like that image there,
Yeah.
the moment you leave and you're outside fully and completely, you as a soul has the ability to go into whatever creation that you want to, whether if it's yours, somebody else's, but this version of this place, based off what I was shown, is the one where it is the most extreme. We're not getting that when we're completely out of this universe into the God's point of view, because you're always in a state of love in that aspect. So, but no, there's no forcing in reincarnation. The soul always makes the decision.
So why do we get back then? Because I think if you compare it to the other state, getting out of this construct, we have to talk about the construct and how the realms are in your view. But why do we choose to come back then?
So people choose to come back because places where they're shown, they may not remember it, but based off what I've seen for myself and also what other people have seen too that I've been teaching, people come back because they're shown places where they withheld love. How could they do better? How could they help?
Okay. So it is to get in a better state, actually. So it's never to go back. It's never to get worse. You're always getting better.
Always getting better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's beautiful. Well, talking about the construct, can you tell us how? Because you've been taken out of the whole construct, you've seen it. You've been taken by Celeste.
That was the first time.
That was the very first time. Okay.
This would be the first time. This isn't the right thing to show you, but it was basically I was being shown all of these different constructs, but it looked like it was the Milky Way.
Okay.
But this is what I'm showing you now.
Yeah.
But all these different constructs, infinite. And at the time when she was showing me that, I had no idea what I was being shown. I had no idea what that was. And it wasn't until many experiences, because I'm thinking, okay, I'm just viewing different Earths or planets or whatever. But it wasn't until I started to realize and come out more in going through being taken out completely, I realized that all these are similar to what biblically they state this place is, where when you come out fully and completely, space isn't even what they consider space. Space is actually water.
Yes. Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
And then when you come out of it completely, you view all of these creations. All of them have waters above. They're all fixed. And I know that's a hard thing for some people to understand.
Yeah.
Because if I say that, and I'm going to be careful, if I say that, they think of something different from what I'm saying. They put that concept into space. But if you could replace space and replace planets and stuff with, imagine that. Just imagine that. You're out. You have one construct there. You have another construct. You have souls that are walking around, almost like it's the, you could say, base reality. And you could see all of these things on shelves, on the ground, and they're all created from souls. They're all made by individual souls putting their will into a creation, where then you could step into that creation if you want to, or your own.
So who created our construct?
I don't know what, based off the information that I've gathered, a lot of people think that this is made by one particular being, God. But there's a reason why when you look at zodiac signs, the months, our DNA, we are missing a month. We're supposed to have 13 months. Mm-hmm. We're also supposed to have 13 zodiac signs, but not in the version that we're like Cancer and stuff like that. But we're supposed to have 13 signs, 13 doorways, 13 kingdoms. Just like in your DNA right now, you have 13 strands of DNA, but they say 2 and then the rest are junk.
Okay.
Measured scientifically, you have 13 dimensions within your brain. So this place is perfectly modeled based off, you could say, the creators of this construct design, this one only, which is 13.
Okay.
And this is where you get the layers, the heavens, the 13 heavens, or the 12 heavens.
Yes. So our construct exists of 13 realms.
So 12 realms?
Yeah.
12 heavens, pretty much 12 realms?
Yes.
The 13th is the container of it all.
Okay.
It's like the containing force. That's what I was showing. I don't know how else to explain it. It's just containing all of these different layers based off frequency.
And so could you explain where do we live?
So this would be the foundation. This would be what people would consider realm 1, the heaven 1, the foundation.
That's Earth.
Earth. Yeah.
Okay. And then you have 11 different realms around it, or how should I see it?
So, okay. So this is where it goes into, and the moment that you pass, so you can imagine them like, did you ever hear the concept where there is many different worlds all within the same space based off of frequency? Mm-hmm. So we only see 0.13% of the light spectrum.
Yeah.
You increase that light spectrum, you can start to see things in front of you that has always been there, but your physical eyes just can't decode it.
Okay.
You following through with that?
Yeah.
So imagine all of these different layers are based on that, different frequencies. They're all actually here, but just outside of our visual perspective to decode them, just because we're only using this.
Okay.
The moment you step out, you could start to access these different realms, different heavens, through what they call stargates.
Yeah. Okay. And that's our stars that we think are planets or...
Not through, so stargates are different from stars. So the stargates are what I was showing. Let's just call it the sun.
Okay.
Is a big stargate to access something else.
Okay. Our sun.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. The stars are part of particular sections within the heavens, the kingdoms.
Okay.
You could say the different, so let's say realm 2, which is part of what I call the galactic heaven.
Yeah.
The celestial heaven.
Yeah.
Inside that, you have a certain section within the waters above, all those stars that are all related to that one place, and they're called kingdoms.
Okay.
All within there. This is where you could travel through multidimensional spaces.
So this is, for example, the galactic realm is also where the ETs are that we think are coming out of space. So it's not just a different place, it's a different realm, it's a different light spectrum.
Yeah, different light spectrum. Yeah.
All right.
And this is where you'll see even craft. And for people that are unaware of this, you'll find a lot of whistleblowers too.
Yeah.
Have come out and seen this too. Mm-hmm. That's why you get the craft that are able to phase in and out of this light spectrum. Yeah. They're here and then they're gone. Yeah. That's all they're doing. The craft that they use are consciousness. Mm-hmm. Not just a metal thing. No.
I understand.
It's tuning.
Yes.
It's like you could say the original version of Tesla.
Yeah. And some people are able to see this better or have a broader spectrum than others, right? And that's why some people can actually see.
Yeah.
Okay.
See what was always here. A lot of people think we're going to New Earth, but you're not going anywhere. It's already here. What's happening is a revealing of what has always been here before. Yeah. That past. Yeah. Into the future, etc.
Talking about the construct, you say there's many infinite constructs. Yeah. Are they all the same as ours, or are they totally completely different?
All different. So what I was showing, they all are slightly different based off the soul that made it. Okay. So, but they all look very similar. Okay. They all look very, very similar to that image there. Okay. Whether it's on the floor, puddles on the floor that you step into. A creation. Okay. I know it sounds weird because you people listening to this may think, okay, well, I have to reincarnate to another back in Earth. But the thing is, your consciousness, when you dream, you are manifesting a space, are you not? But you just call it a dream. Your dreams are dimensional spaces. Now, when you are dead, you're on the other side. Mm-hmm. You as a soul can make anything that you desire and that's considered a creation, a construct. And so you as a soul could have your own heavens, many of them, many different creations that you could step into without forgetting who you are as a soul, going through, I don't know who I am, what is the point of this? And you step into that with full remembrance of who you are, to have your own experience and delighting in your pleasures in love.
And is this when when your body has died and you've stepped out of our construct?
Yeah, completely out.
And then where do you go? Where is this? This is like the overall space. It's like that.
Yeah. So you could look at that as like a gathering, gathering space.
Yeah.
Like it's just like every single soul is all there.
Yeah.
Walking around, just big gathering space. But then you could go into what people call resting too, which is the void, which is where you're in your own space. And it's a weird space to be in, because this is where near-death experience people talk about seeing 360.
Yeah.
They are everything and nothing at the same time, but they still have their sense of individuality.
Yeah.
And that's.
So it's not that, because I've heard you talk about the ego. So, and how we are taught at the moment, actually, that we have to get rid of the ego because the ego is bad. But this is, you say, no, this is, the ego is your personality, actually, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is who you are. And this is also who you will be when your body dies, when you're only a soul, when you're a spirit. So.
Well, people think for some reason that when you die or have an out-of-body experience, that somehow you lose your sense of self.
Yeah.
Who you are, how you think, how you feel, you lose that. That just goes away. You become some...
Yeah, that you become one
with, and then you...
Everything else.
Everything else, and then you cease... In a sense, you cease to exist.
Yeah.
In that, because you lose yourself.
Yeah.
There is no I, there is no you. But that's false. You, when you die, anybody dies who has a controlled out-of-body state, you keep everything. Right now, if I were to die, the same person, the same way that I'm thinking, talking to you, is the same person that I am when I leave the body. And same with every other soul. It's the same reason why, for people that don't understand this, why is it when people have a near-death experience, they get greeted with their mother that has passed, and that mother is the same person from when she left?
Yeah.
Just more youthful, sometimes saying sorry, loving more. They're the same. We keep it all.
Yeah.
So when individuals say, get rid of your ego, it's get rid of the personality that shapes you through the experiences that you've had through lifetimes, through the eternity of yourself. What they're really saying when you dial through to that is they're saying, wipe part of your soul memory.
Yeah.
Stop being you.
Yeah.
Wipe that self. I'm uncomfortable. I don't like it. It's all judgment. It's all things that man's mind, the construct of the mind, they're just thinking from there. You have to destroy this. Everything goes with you. You never lose anything.
But
Not
why?
even the bad things that you've done either.
No.
Yeah.
No. And why do they want you to wipe it out? Why is that?
Because it turns you into, you could say, a child again. It turns you into someone that's easily controlled.
Okay.
It turns you into someone that doesn't have the willingness and desire to do something. The thing is, people forget before even coming here.
Yeah.
Some people are born here already angry because they came in here with the desire to do something. You still have emotions
Okay.
from the other side to when you enter this place. You see?
Yeah, but some I like kids often remember when they're small. They remember where they come from. Why do we lose it then? The memory.
This place is because we're experiencing that which we're not.
Yeah.
We experience the opposite. What it's like not to be the all of everything. What it's like not to be God, because everybody is God. Every single soul is the high spark of all things.
Yeah.
This place gives you the illusion of what it's like not to be that. Physical body could get hurt. Your soul can never get hurt. You see?
Yeah.
So how it's done is, from what I've seen, when you walk into this place, you come into this place through water. And it's how ironic when a woman has the child, the waters. So I'll just say there's 13 doors, 13 kingdoms to enter this construct.
Yeah.
And when you enter that certain kingdom or zodiac symbol, I'll just so people could understand it easier. But once you enter that space, you enter a room that's just water on the floor. And people may not remember this. You may not even remember it, but maybe when I explain it to you, something will spark within you to remember it again. But when you walk into that room, you see water on the floor. And when you walk into that, your memories bleed through that water. Water is a solvent to the soul in that space.
Yeah.
Because water is a solvent. So water is a solvent to the soul that pretty much wipes the electromagnetic field temporarily in the memory.
Yes.
As you're going in. This is why water also contains all memory of all things. You could write something on a piece of paper, stick it in water, freeze out water, and it'll take form of what you wrote. It has memory of everything.
I actually tried it.
Yeah. From
very cool.
Every single soul.
Yeah.
That's in here.
Yes?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So you come into this through water and you're born through water as well. As above, so below. It's the same thing. Same process.
It's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible. If we go back to for a second to your out of body experience, because or at least you've talked about when you get out of your body, you actually feel very physical, even more physical than how we feel our body, experience our bodies now. Could you talk about that?
Okay, so people think that we are when you cross over to the other side, that your soul isn't physical. And this goes into the whole thing of losing yourself, losing the pleasures of life, because people think that this is life.
Yeah.
You are in the process, everybody's in the process of death here.
Yeah.
This isn't life. Life is there.
Yeah.
And there's no comparison to the beauty, the physicality, the touch, the love that you could feel from over there. There's no comparison here. We're actively dying here to get to the true home, get back to home, to get back to life. So when people think that your soul isn't physical, they have this misconception based off of not understanding the light spectrum. Right now, the body could only decode 5 senses, five things, or you could say a certain frequency. And that's very real to us. You could touch this, that's very real. But once you're out and you're in your soul accesses the entire array of light. So you're accessing 99% more than what you can now. You're accessing 100% of the whole light spectrum.
Yeah.
So it is more real, more physical, more dense than what you will ever experience here because you are in your true body again. This body is not your body. Your soul is your true body.
Does my soul look like my body or not?
Temporarily, yeah, it does.
Temporarily.
I've found a lot of people tend to keep the same looks once they leave. Mm-hmm. It's almost like the soul. A lot of people, if you go into religious texts, they say we're created in the image of God. But actually, the bodies are created in the image of your soul.
Okay.
You see?
Okay.
So people tend to have a template. A certain template. This is why they look the same through lifetimes or very similar. That carries through. It's like their soul carries this template in the bodies based on some distortions too. Try to carry that through the DNA. This is why some souls don't necessarily come through because don't come through so often because their soul, the body, the DNA can't properly fuse together in that aspect.
Okay.
To make the combination of what they desire to be.
Oh, yeah?
You see?
Yeah.
Through genetics or all that.
You have to find like the right combination.
It's more of the DNA. It's some people just don't choose not to come through because if they want to look like something, they just choose not to. Because even when viewing myself back into the halls of Amente and stuff, in that time period of the pyramids, I actually looked exactly the same.
Yeah.
I looked exactly the same to what I look like now. Just slightly different now, but verbatim, I'd say like 90%. And when I'm on the other side, when I'm out of my body, I keep the way I look. This is why relatives, when they die, they look the same, but they look more beautiful.
Yeah.
When people have near-death experiences, They cross over, they see somebody that have died. They're like, oh my God, you look amazing. They're the same person. That template, the perfection of that template of who you are when you leave. If that makes sense.
It makes sense.
Okay.
It makes sense.
Okay.
But you briefly mentioned the halls of Amente. Is that the same as Akashic Records or not?
So the halls of Amente is a you could say a version of the Akashic Records.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Akashic Records are more like you could say universal records of all things, or sorry, soul records.
The
so
Akashic Records.
Yeah. Akashic Records are the soul records of your experiences, etc.
Yeah.
So based off, if you had an experience in that time frame, it would be stored in your soul records, what people refer to Akashic. Now you have the universal records, which the halls of Mente are contained within those universal records. Because the universal records contains the records of this place, contains the records of all of the many creations throughout all creation.
Like everything, all the other constructs as well.
Yeah, everything. Okay. So because all information is stored at some level. So you have your individual soul records are being stored within you could say yourself. And then you have the records of all things. This is why all souls actually know all things. They could access all information because they are the Almighty.
Okay.
Does that follow through or am I not?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, absolutely. I'm just trying to picture it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. But you have visited the halls of Amente. And you were talking that it was where the pyramids were.
Pyramids are, yeah.
But where is it like a physical? Is it like a physical place?
So at first when I was targeting that place, I thought that maybe the halls of Mente is just somewhere you go, like a portal that you go to access a certain past time event in your soul. But through realizing now the recent findings that they've actually measured deep down in the pyramids through the same instruments that they use to map out the oceans.
Yeah.
They actually showed exactly what I saw.
Yes.
The tunnel systems that give you access to different passageways.
Yeah.
So in the past, I would say you're just accessing a record that is not physically here. But now I know if you were to go down there, you would see the exact same things that I've seen.
So it is physical.
Physical. It's a physical place. The halls of Mente is still a physical location that you could go.
But they haven't discovered it yet.
Well, they've mapped out the whole underneath.
Yes.
How deep it goes.
I know, but they haven't. I mean, they haven't been there physically.
Well, I think they have actually.
Yeah?
I actually think because things are so hidden from the people.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't know what they actually have.
I think that because there was a movie that came out recently, and it was basically going down into the pyramids, the tunnel systems to find what they called this gold or the whatever.
Yeah.
Something. Now, ironically, this is going to be a hard thing for people to believe, but people, the community and stuff, you go back into workshops that I've done years ago talking about this stuff. I actually said, when you go deep down there, because I've seen it, you access what is called the living gold. Okay. And now they're creating movies off that.
And what is the living gold? What is that?
It's a substance. It's a substance that was shown to me that is not based off that movie at all. It's a substance that if you as a soul take of, it helps with fusing more of your soul, the whole electromagnetic field and the DNA within your soul into the physical body. Because right now people have issues with the full connection of their soul into the physical body. And this is why they do a lot of heavy metals within the skies. This is why they poison us a lot, to try to put heavy metals within you so that it short circuits the full abilities that the physical body can have. Yeah. And what I was showing is that if you partake of that helps with reconnecting everything, resetting everything. You could say resetting your whole DNA back to its purity, because back to purity.
Is that something that is about to happen? Because we're talking about, or at least people are talking about, that we're waking up to, who we really are, remembering. I mean, everything that you're talking about is really resonating with a lot of people because they are remembering, they are waking up. Do you feel that those kind of things are going to happen in the near future?
every single soul is going to wake up regardless.
Yeah.
So every single soul.
Yeah.
There's no stopping it. There's no delaying it. The only thing that's going to happen is it's going to get more painful. The people that resist.
Yeah.
But everybody's going to wake up. Everybody's going to see everything again.
Yeah.
But
maybe when they die only.
I don't necessarily like doing like hope stuff or hope.
No, I know.
Hopium.
Yeah.
But based off of what I was seeing and what I was showing, this happens for everybody.
Yeah.
Every single person sees everything. And I wasn't showing that in my life that people die. I mean, people die every single day, but what I was showing is that everybody wakes up and sees, you could say, the great finale, the great revealing of things, remembrance again. And that's what's happening now anyways.
Yeah.
Small, but it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
It is getting bigger. Absolutely. Yeah. No, I'm noticing it as well.
Because people are tired. People are tired, first and foremost, of not... They're tired of bullshit.
Yeah.
They're tired of being told that they can't or they need to do this or subservient to this.
Yeah.
Because all things, even religion itself, have put people into fear, constant suppression.
Yeah.
Some
especially religion, I think.
100%.
Yeah.
People are breaking free from that because everything that people desire is when they tear down all the systems based on fear and control.
Yeah.
And then everything opens up for them and changes everything as well. Because it's not necessarily that a particular event happens to do that in terms of this governmental system's going to fall, but it happens when the individual soul realizes that they are the life and the light of all things. And what they speak, they give life into their words.
Yeah.
And when they realize that, then they will start doing things in love, and that changes everything. People are lost because they're lost in a way because they're constantly trying to fix things based off a certain consciousness level that created the issue to begin with. Mm-hmm. Still in fear and control, taking down this, taking down that. But it's just when each individual soul steps in love, then everybody stops doing things that are not of that, and therefore everything falls that is made by man, that is based off dominion and control.
But there are so many people who are not yet ready to wake up, I believe. I mean, although there's many people who are waking up, absolutely. I mean, but, we also kind of live in our own bubble because this is what we're busy with. This is what, we want to put our energy in and our focus on. But there are so many people that are still, living like zombie lives, They're just... How...
Those people... They're actually, they're right on the edge. They're actually already falling. They don't realize it. They're actually already falling because so much has been revealed and so much is being revealed to them that their resistance is like me back at 16 years old in fear.
Yeah. Not
realizing that when I break past that fear, then that's when everything opens up to you. Mm-hmm. So these people are already falling down and spiraling. And it's up to, you could say, people like you, me, to reach out and pick them up.
Yeah.
Because even then themselves they're waking up because they hear messages like this.
Yeah.
Think of someone that's asleep in your life. Yeah. Think of the most sleepiest person you ever in your life, or people that are watching this or whatever.
Yeah.
They've still heard the call.
Yeah.
They still heard it. Mm-hmm. They may have heard it 5 years ago. They ignored it.
Yeah.
But that call is getting progressively more and more and more. You can never hide from this. You could temporarily delay it, but you can never hide from this truth of things. I've realized through seeing certain future events, seeing certain things. Mm-hmm. Some things I've seen and I could change certain things. I could be like, okay, well, let me try to change this for the betterment of whatever.
Can you change?
You could change time events I've only done it with people in my circle, small little things, not big major things, but small things. So I'll give you an example, seeing an event that's going to take place in my personal life, like someone walking in the house or doing a certain thing. And then I could simply change that easily if I don't like the outcome by not being in a certain spot from what I've seen.
Yeah.
I'm not in that position where it happens, you know.
Yeah.
So things like that I've changed, but then there's other things that I've seen that takes place in my circle and also on the world stage where I tried to change certain things just personally, and it was impossible for me to change it. It was I couldn't change it no matter what I did. It just still unfolded no matter what direction I went at. It still unfolded. And then that showed me through doing that a few times, that actually shown to me, well, like even this place that you're in, you know, I was showing this at 16 years old. How is it that I could see those things and not change it if we're not moving through what has already happened, the past? Mm-hmm. We view the future as we're going towards the future, but what if these final event markers has already happened and we're actually moving through the past, not even realizing that we're moving through the past?
Yes, because then you can't change it.
You can't change it.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
You see what I'm?
Yeah, totally.
And so that's where I started to get to with certain, I call them major event markers.
Yeah.
Like major things that are set in stone. People say things aren't written in stone. I'm saying some things are written in stone and you can't change them no matter what you do. One of those things that is written in stone is that this does come to a freedom point, a catalyst point where everybody is free again. That just happens. And we are moving through the past to get there.
That's incredible. I'm actually getting it. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I had to think about it, but it makes so much sense actually. Because when I'm busy with my clients going through their past lives, I can actually make them do stuff in those lives, but it's only like in a viewing point, you know. They can never change things. They can only view it because it has happened. And they can walk through their lives and tell me what they see, but they can never change it. Yeah. So that's the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's certain things, like I said, there's certain things that you can change. But the major things that I've seen, you can't change them.
So there is free will, but on a different scale.
Well, this showed me that through doing this shows me that we're talking about this creation that we're in now, not necessarily all the infinite that's out there, but this one has a preset clock, a preset marker, or clock's a bad word because some people say, oh, it's this time, but there's preset fixed markers. And this is why I could say very clearly without hesitation that this all comes to an end at some point. I was showing that. That's fixed.
Okay.
Will never change. That's fixed. And what will happen. And for people that can't understand that fully and completely, it's already happened in the past.
Yeah.
What do you think happened to the civilizations, the lost civilizations?
Yeah.
That came to an end. Something happened. All just disappeared.
Yeah.
Where did they go? What happened? So these things are fixed. They do happen. And that's
But if you're talking about that, about our civilizations that we lost already, the construct state, or will that also disappear?
Not necessarily disappear.
Or end.
It's in terms of, it doesn't necessarily disappear. It always stays. But in terms of making new events in it, stops.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and this is where it could get confusing because people are like, well, people are being born, etc. But what I'm saying, based off, if you go back to what I said, that we're moving through the past, a lot of the things that are happening have already happened. Yeah. And we are moving through that time. Another example I could give you is, this was, I was trying to understand time and I was being shown time. Yeah. And I've shared this a lot, where I was like, well, how does time work? How do you experience time on the other side? And the being came to me and they said, okay, well, you experience time like this. They put a deck of cards And they said, you skip from this card to this card to this card, all event driven. Let me show you how we do it. She put all the cards together. We look down and all things are happening all at once.
Yeah. It's, I mean, I know this,
Yeah.
but I can't, I can't get my head around it.
Well, yeah, because right now it's so even you like hard. It's hard to get your head around it because you're still using just the limited,
Very limited.
0.1% of the light spectrum, but your soul, because you've said it before in this, you understand it. Your heart understands what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But when you start thinking about it,
Yeah.
because the brain is just decoding things.
Yeah.
The heart, your soul is the true. It knows everything it knows everything of that which I'm saying.
Yes.
You could feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and yeah, absolutely. And that's also why everything that you're saying resonates so much with me. I mean, it's just because I know for me it's true, although I haven't experienced it myself. I wish. I tried, by the way, to get out of my body, but I don't really exactly know how. But I have the feeling that once I was almost there, I felt it. I felt it. I felt everything was opening up. But I got so scared. And this is what you're talking about, of course.
Yeah,
And
I
don't know what I was scared of because I didn't see any beings or anything that was trying to kill me or whatever.
You're afraid of death.
Yeah, in a way. Because in a way, because of course I am. But it's not that I fear because I'm very intrigued by it, actually. But it's like leaving behind, my kids and the life that you have, right? I mean, I think that's what I'm most afraid of.
Let me go back and then you see you answer the question. You've already answered the question that you asked me about in the beginning of this. Why do people come back?
Yeah.
You just answered it.
Yeah.
You want to come back to love. The core of it, everything you just said.
Yeah.
The core of it was to love.
It's true.
Love your kids.
Yeah.
Love your family.
Yeah.
So people say, "Oh, I'm forced back here." You're never forced back here. People always make the choice to come back, based off what you just said. Every soul desires, no matter what it is. Like people watching this, what are they really looking for? You could say, okay, you watch this whole interview, but what is the number one question that people are actually looking for? What do they want to hear? What does their soul want?
Love.
Exactly. You search for it
And
when
be
you're,
loved.
and being loved. Yeah. You search for it when you are trying to look for a partner. You search for love. And some people can't find it, so they search for love in hobbies.
Yeah.
It's always love. And what I'm saying is, to exist outside of love is such a rare thing. It's something that happens here. But all those people that are existing outside of love, they're in pain. To do something evil, you're already in pain. You are experiencing the worst pains, even if you can't see it. You're in a sense killing your spirit, your spark. You're dimming that light.
Yeah.
Everybody wants love because that's the home that everybody returns back to. Everybody returns back to it. So it's...
Is there a great group of people who have fallen out of love? Because everything that's happening in the world at the moment, if you're looking at everything that's being exposed also, all the horrible stuff that's going on, what happened to those souls that they can do those kind of things to people?
When you see a junkie, it's no different in terms of that. When people fall out of love and they get addicted to control, it's like a junkie. It's like being addicted off adrenaline or drama. Like you know what I'm saying. So some souls have temporarily lost themselves because they do things out of love. But again, that is the greatest pain that they experience too.
Yeah.
They're experiencing that, even if they pretend like they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the control of other people is what they're going for, because that's the only thing that they know.
The control of other people is what they're going for, because they're so lost that they think that that's the way to find something, to find some version of control because control is the opposite of love. Fear is the opposite of love.
Yeah.
So people are temporarily lost, but they're not lost forever. They're just blind. They're temporarily blind. How do you tell a blind person what the color blue looks like?
Yeah.
Just temporarily blind.
But temporarily, you mean like, could that cover like multiple lives? Or is it, do you think that they will find?
Well, okay, I'm understanding what you're trying to, it doesn't matter. So the moment you die,
Yeah.
the moment you reach the point where you are on the other side,
Yeah.
out of this place, some souls may have a temporarily hellish experience of their life review or something like that, where they experience hell, judgment of themselves through the love that they withheld. But even them, they return back to love. There's no permanent loss of a soul ever. They all return back to it. But here, people living in their life, you could say they can live their whole life like that.
Yeah. You've been talking about these tablets that you found seen in the halls of Amente, I think. Could you explain a little bit how that works? Because there's a lot of information put in those tablets.
Yeah.
Is this something that we could discover and find physically, or?
Well, again, in the past, if you were to ask me that, I would say physically here right now, no, you can't.
No.
But now realizing that a lot of these tablets there was a study done Southampton where it's like a 5D quartz crystal memory thing. It's all based off putting light into something.
Yeah.
And you could pull up the research on the video or whatever. But I realized that a lot of the tablets that I was touching out of my body are actually still down there in the pyramids themselves. And so we're trying to certain walls with hieroglyphs on them. They actually contain trillions and trillions of data of information of that past.
Okay.
And you could extract that information with the same technology that I believe you could extract it with the same technology from that study with the university, with the quartz crystal memory thing.
Yeah. And the information that could be found now, what kind of information is that? Do you know?
I would say it's all the information that I'm telling you now.
Yeah. Okay. So.
It's through the tablets. So there's certain tablets there that actually give you certain information of the blueprint of the physical body. Mm-hmm. Like, for instance, this is going to be hard for people to understand, but the true diet of the body, you could say the original diet of the body was fruitarians, and you could say above that it was the physical body didn't need much substance at all to survive. Okay. Yeah. So we actually produce water. We actually suck in water through our own skin. Everybody knows that. Mm-hmm. But there's certain things that I've seen there through touching that has given me information on even the blueprint of the physical body. This is why I fast so much. Yeah. You know, there's some days that I fast and I don't eat every other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. More than just a 14-hour fast. It's like one day don't eat, the other day eat. Yeah. Other day don't eat, 2 days don't eat, etc. Yeah. Because the physical body is our cells are producing everything that the body needs at some level. And the only example I could give you is, do you smoke?
No.
Okay. So when someone smokes, your cells produce the natural nicotine, whatever. Mm-hmm. So when you eat, your body produces this nicotine stuff for digestion. A smoker, when that person smokes, their body just shuts that off. Yeah. Something that they were producing naturally. Yeah. But the body shuts it off. Yeah. Now they become dependent. Those cells, those things become dormant. Yeah. So the more things you put into the body, the more you suppress. Yeah. So it's actually the less. Yeah. And I'm not a doctor or any of that stuff.
Well, you look healthy though.
And all that. Yeah. But you know what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah. Yes, but that brings me to another question, and that's what I wanted to ask you. Yeah. How do you look at eating meat and drinking alcohol and all those kind of things?
I personally still eat meat because I realize the original seeds, the original fruit, we're not eating the original fruits.
No.
No, not even close. All of them are GMO. Bill Gates, you name it.
Yeah.
It's all fake. We're eating fake food. Some of it's even plastic.
Yeah, it's terrible.
But if we were to eat the original seeds, then fruit would be the only thing you would need.
And vegetables too, or really just fruit?
And just fruit, because vegetables and greens are used as medicine.
Yeah.
People are eating those thinking that those are the herbs and eating them, but they're actually dosing themselves up with medicine all the time. And you could say, yes, the body needs that because we're constantly being bombarded with toxins.
Yeah, we're constantly sick.
Constantly.
Yeah.
People would find, and again, I'm not a doctor, but people would find if they fasted, that all of a sudden a lot of the things that the inflammation in their body would start to go down. There is only one disease, and that's inflammation. If someone were to skip a day eating, then that allows your stem cells and your growth hormone to spike.
Yeah.
People pay a lot of money for stem cells, growth hormone, which is the repair of the cells. Your body actually starts detoxing, getting rid of cancer itself.
Yeah, you can do it yourself.
Yeah.
By fasting.
So the more people take out of their diet, I would consider doing CMOS personally.
Yeah.
More people take out of their diet and put minerals back in their diet, salt back on their diet, the good salt.
In water.
In water. You'll see a lot of things, the body starting to go back because the physical body is a salt water battery in a sense.
Yes. Yeah.
We hold literally an electromagnetic field that increases and gets stronger when you add more minerals, salt, and your soul as well. Understanding what your soul is too, through the heart.
And you've been talking about the importance of health. Well, what I said, you look very healthy yourself, but you say it's not very important for being able to get an out-of-body experience.
No.
How important is this body-soul connection?
So the health of the body means nothing related to leaving the body.
Okay.
Hence near-death experience.
Yeah.
The body's dead.
Yeah.
And you leave the body.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The health of the body comes into play when you want to start doing things that are considered supernatural physically. Mm-hmm. So using certain abilities physically without leaving the body could be done. For instance, like telepathy or what people call energy, feeling energy more. I'll just say telekinesis.
Yeah.
Is all done. That's possible with the physical body. And that may seem far-fetched for people because people are like, well, that's way out there. But right now, you're sitting down. Right now, I'm touching this microphone. But scientifically, I'm actually not touching the actual material itself because there's a repulsion taking place.
Yeah.
Based off the electromagnet or the field of this and the field of me.
Yeah.
So if one were to increase their field to a point, then you would find that repulsion effect that's already taking place, you could, in essence, increase that. And then you could be touching this and moving that even though. Yeah. By increasing that electromagnetic field.
Is this something that you are busy with?
These are the things that I'm currently targeting a lot lately.
Yeah.
That's what I'm currently targeting.
Yeah.
So a lot of people never really ask me that, like, what are you currently doing? Because I've seen a lot of the history. I've seen the 12 heavens. I can name all of them.
Yeah.
You know, but it's what I'm currently trying to do is target and really understand how do you awaken these gifts physically.
But that also has to do with awakening those 13 strands of DNA.
Exactly.
Is this what you're doing?
Yes. This is what I'm in the process of trying to acquire information to learn how to.
I find that very interesting.
Yeah. And this is why some people too they have a near-death experience, and then they measure, they come back and they actually have more of their DNA activated.
Really?
Yeah.
And how is that possible? Or how do you explain that?
It's the same thing that I was told back in the halls of meditation. It's like when you get that surge of energy, the soul, it purifies the body and you come back with more and it activates the body more. Okay. In essence, that's, I don't think I could explain it. I could probably explain it better, but I'm going to leave that.
But
there.
This is also when you hear some people who are having like a near-death experience, like Anita Morjani. You probably heard of her, I think.
No.
Well, I know you're not reading books, but she wrote this book, Dying to Be Me, and she was really very sick, full of cancer, and she was dead. Actually, she was brought to the hospital, and she was having this out of body experience, near death experience, and then she got the choice to go back or to stay. And if she would go back, it would just take like a few weeks, and for her to totally clear up and have a healthy body again. And she didn't want to at first, and then she chose to stay. Or she chose to come back, and within 6 weeks, her whole body was recovered. Actually, is this the same thing that you're talking about? Not?
Yeah, your soul has the power of your soul is so immense. It has the overriding force over all things.
Yeah,
it creates all things.
Yeah.
And it has that too. This is why people that have a split personality, one has cancer, one doesn't. Flips.
Yeah.
One's healthy, one's sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's only possible if the belief in that individual is so strong that the belief system so strong that it changes. It changes what's actually happening.
So you don't have to be ill.
You can't. I'll just say this: if you believe it enough to be true, if you 100% believe it within yourself, then it's possible. That everything's possible. And they've done such an amazing job with putting doubt into people. That doubt is a program. Yeah. And that program scientifically makes the cells express themselves based off the belief system of that individual.
Yeah.
We're in a sick society. It's even showing that when you're in a certain environment that your cells start expressing based off that environment that you're in. This is why in communities too, you'll find certain countries, and let's just take the diet out of the equation, but certain countries or certain communities, you'll find based off of frequency, they tend to get the same illnesses.
Yeah.
Based off how the cells and the environments, how they're expressing themselves.
Yeah, and in some countries you don't have that at all.
No,
no. Yeah, exactly. The work that you're doing, the great work you're calling it, what is your ultimate goal with doing this? What is it that you want to achieve?
The ultimate goal is to wake up as many people as I possibly can to their true home.
But what does it, if you would say it in like short, why do you want that?
Why do I want that? Because when that happens, people themselves, this whole place becomes free again, pretty much. It's like the question, a lot of people are suffering. So I could reverse that question and ask you, why is it important to eat healthy?
Yeah, to
feel good, to be healthy, to have life. Once people realize this, there is not one thing that could ever touch them again. Because it could touch the physical body, but once they understand that they never die, their home is not here, it's there.
Yeah.
There's not one thing anybody can do, say to them, that would ever control them again. You could get controlled here based off fear, based off this, oh, we'll take this, we'll take that.
Yeah.
When people realize you don't take this anyways with you, all control of that individual ceases.
Yeah.
Instantly. Because they realize who they actually are. They're home again.
It's super empowering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the point, to reach as many people, to do that and have those people also share that as well. To share that same thing. Because it's not just me. It's not just me. It's you. It's everybody that then takes that same spark and the truth of it and keeps on spreading that and keeps it going and keeps on spreading. And then you light another person's flame and another person's flame. And before you know it, it's unstoppable. Unstoppable. You could say right now, this movement is already unstoppable in a sense.
Yeah.
People already know that they can leave their body and access that state again. And too many people have already done it for it to even be stopped. It's just a matter of time before it just progressively gets more and more people realize it, more people become awake to it. And then this place is totally free.
Yeah.
Totally free. You can't say that you could control an individual when they're like, well, I'm not even afraid of death itself.
Yeah. It doesn't matter anymore.
No.
And what can people do? I mean, they can find you, of course. They can find your mission statement on your website.
Mission statement, yes. Read the mission statement, but just have people watch all the things that I've done freely on YouTube. That's it.
There's a lot of information.
There's so much out there.
Yeah.
Have people watch it. Have people actually try to listen to that, what I'm actually saying, and apply it.
Yeah.
Because you could become part of the mission thing is basically trying to get people to become a part of spreading the truth of the other side in their home.
Seeing it for themselves and then spread the word.
Spread the word.
Yeah.
That's it. And people could already do this.
Yeah.
That's the point. That's just a motivation. Mm-hmm. So I would just recommend read the mission and then watch more of my stuff. Just watch the videos. That's all people need to do.
Okay.
A part of it.
Yeah. There's many people on your website as well who have been doing testimonials.
And not just testimonials, but also sharing it as well.
Yeah.
And that to me,
that's what you want. Okay.
That's pretty much what, more people speaking about it, more people waking people up to there's no such thing as death. Because it's not necessarily, people may think that the mission of what I'm doing is a how-to, but it has nothing to do with that.
No.
It has nothing to do with that. But when they understand it, what it is, then they realize that it's you could say the greatest pursuit of the soul, to step back into full love and share that with as many people as they possibly can.
Yeah.
You asked me before too, what is the awakening the dormant abilities, like, what I was talking about.
Yeah.
And there are certain things that I myself have been able to do personally that has just through targeting different things, trying to get more information. You could say, so there's many times now where I'm actually actively accessing, you could say, thoughts or potential futures without even leaving the body. Like I could almost finish a sentence before someone says it. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes based off if I'm listening to certain music, I'm in a certain field of energy. That happens more times than I could even tell you with the people in my life.
Really?
Like people around me. Yeah.
But is this because you've seen it happening already, or
because I've seen it happen in the outer body, I understand what it is, and it's because I have a foundation of understanding. I understand the only thing that is stopping that here physically is just my ability to tune into more of that light spectrum.
Yeah.
And you can do it. So the physical body is limited to some people to 0 point whatever percent, but some people could see more.
Yeah.
Some people could activate more. Hence why when they die or have an out of body, they come back with more DNA activated. Hence why they come back, they understand a whole other language.
Yeah.
Or they could play piano, but they never played piano. So those things have been happening to me at a moderate, slow scale, but they have been. And so that's why I've recently started doing the teaching the perceptual awareness stuff, which is basically where, I would practice it in this room where you would be blindfolded. I would have earplugs in. You would stand somewhere in the room, and can't see, can't hear anything, and I would point where you're at, or you would project your energy somewhere in the room, and I would feel where that energy is and be able to accurately get it.
But is this like the remote viewing?
No, not remote viewing. It's just feeling energy.
Yeah.
Because right now you have an electromagnetic field, and it's so strong. Some people are so unaware of it. But if you are in the same environment as another woman, you will eventually sync up and share the same cycle.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, so. The only thing that stops you from feeling those things in terms of your field and other people's field is the sensitivity, you becoming more sensitive to it, more aware of it.
Yeah.
And then you could take your field, project it somewhere, and I could feel it physically as I'm talking to you.
Really? That's very interesting.
Yeah. Well, those are some of the things that I'm working with and progressively. But I don't like speaking of things, other things that I'm trying to target that are not physically doing. Or can demonstrate in that way.
Okay.
I could do an out of body. I could demonstrate that. You could write something on a whiteboard. I could see those things.
Really?
That's been done too many times, and It's been done in group settings too.
Could you do that? I mean, I'm not asking you, but is this something that you can just do? It doesn't take really much time for you to get the out of body.
The out of body still to this day. Sometimes I could do it within an hour. Sometimes it still takes me 3 to 4 hours.
Oh, really?
Depending on what I had that day. If I had a coffee, then no way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's taken me a long time.
Oh, yeah? Does that matter?
Because what you're trying to do is in essence, you're trying to lower the heart rate.
Yeah.
Put yourself into such a deep state where you could say you're actively shutting down the body.
Yeah.
So if you have caffeine running through the body, some people could do it based off, some people have coffee and they fall asleep.
Yeah.
So, but that's not me.
No, you're going through the roof with your body.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And how would alcohol then work?
Like I said, I haven't found necessarily alcohol for me. Wine, because I'm drinking wine. I do still sometimes.
Okay, but that doesn't matter.
No, I haven't found that to have an effect unless it has sulfates in it.
Okay.
I think I'm saying that right. It's like
sulfates. Yeah. It just gives me a headache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
is there a point of no return when you are out of your body? If you're like, for example, okay, this is another question actually. Can you go as far as you want? Can you go?
Yes, you can.
And still come back?
Yeah.
So there is never a point that you're too far out and that you're not connected with your body anymore?
There's never a point where you could go too far, but there is a point of no return in terms of you as your soul. When you realize that you're the ultimate authority, you can choose not to come back if you choose to, beings have said things to me, beings that I know, other souls have said to me, you could stay here if you like.
Yeah.
If you stay here, you're going to die. I'm already fully aware. So much so it's been offered to me so many times. I said, no, not yet, because I'm still doing. I remember calling up my family. I said, listen, something happens. Like, don't cry. I'll be laughing at you. But I'm not necessarily saying this in terms of, because I know this could be taken the wrong way as suicide.
Yeah, I understand.
But it's not. But it's just like every near-death experiencer has a point of no return.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with this.
Yeah.
But it's of your choice, of your choosing.
Yes.
The same thing with near-death.
But does it get tempting sometimes?
No, because when you realize that the love is so important, and you realize how many people here have fallen out of it, the desire for me is always to stay. And
but this is your mission, but for other people.
But the thing is, my mission, I'm trying to do it globally, reach as many people as I can.
Yeah.
But your mission of what you said in the beginning, I get afraid because I'm afraid of dying and leaving. It's the same thing. It's still love. The core of it's love.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to reach people in love.
Yeah.
In large scale. Yeah. And then even have you as well share love to other people too, because you're doing it. People are doing it. That's why they return. But we could do it for everybody, not just our children. It could be done for every single soul here. And that's the change.
Yeah.
That's the change.
Okay, Darius, thank you so much for all the answers and everything that you've talked about today. I'm very happy going to process everything.
Yeah, okay.
And I really hope that we can do a follow-up once somewhere in the future. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for coming out too.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Yeah.